HooHooHooRobin.
And we're back to the Opie and Anthony show with Drowning Pool Body. I gotta tell you, I feel really bad for Drowning Pool. They had so much heat.
A lot of momentum going.
This was one of the hottest songs in America. Every alternative rock, modern rock, even regular rock stations were jamming this song.
Yeah.
And then the World Trade Center thing happened, and every radio station dropped this song from their playlist. And it had nothing to do with, well, the song's about moshing.
Right. But, you know...
But I guess it was too close to what was going on.
Exactly.
So everyone dropped the record, and Drowning Pool just basically went away. I mean, horrible break for these guys.
Them and Anthrax having a tough time with it. Band Anthrax. They put a little statement on their website, Anthrax, saying that they won't be changing their name. Originally, they made a joke, like, yeah, they were going to change it to Basket Full of Puppies. But then they said, no, we're not going to change it, you know, not because it's a big pain in the ass, but because we're just hoping that nothing else bad happens and this whole thing just goes away.
I'm not worried about the Anthrax.
You're not?
Nah. It's not contagious.
Not from person to person.
It's not contagious. Frank Caliendo?
Yes, me. Not from person to person, but, hey, you know, you get some of that wacky stuff on you. Oof.
Look, I don't know. If you can get it from a keyboard, you could probably get it from a person.
I got it from computer keyboard. No, the spore's got to get up your nose.
Depends what you're sniffing.
Yeah. Give me God only knows where Norton's nose has been. Anthrax is the least of your worries.
You got to sniff in the spores.
$5 one time and put my tongue in.
Hey, listen, Frank Caliendo in the studio. We're going to get to him in a sec. I mean, jump in whenever you want, Frank, but we got to interrupt your appearance for Gunnery Sergeant Hartman.
Nice. Army, right here.
Sergeant Hartman.
How are we doing today? I was just sitting here wondering how I can get involved in this conversation that's going on here about Anthrax.
Well, you think the Anthrax, Sergeant Hartman?
I don't think it's a threat. The only way it could possibly be a threat is if they infect the animals and we eat the beef.
Right.
You know, then it's a threat. But good Lord, I mean, who's going to go? It's got to be. It goes up your nose.
Right.
It has to be an airborne germ.
Yeah.
Mr.
And it's not.
I just wanted to say, this is Jim Norton. My friend Happy Face and I are big fans, and I just look at your doll, and it inspires me.
Yeah, you have an action figure.
Oh, do you guys have the doll?
Oh, we have it right there. We can't play any of its sounds on the air.
Well, you know, it's kind of rough. Rough around the edges, but, you know, a drill instructor, that's the way the drill instructor talks.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he can't talk if he can't swear.
I love it.
Hey, sir, what is your current location in Afghanistan right now?
You know, I volunteered to go back in uniform. I really did.
You did.
And, you know, let's be realistic. I'm 57 years old. I wouldn't be worth a damn on the field of battle. However, I'm a great motivator.
I think you'd make Bin Laden, you know, leak his pants.
Well, I would love to go around and just keep the troops motivated.
How long were you at DI for?
I was a drill instructor at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot in 1965, 6, and 7.
And you did 1.5 tours of Vietnam.
I did just over one tour in Vietnam.
Yeah,
But I was in the rear with the gear. We would take a CAC platoon out occasionally to a village, and you know, we didn't really get too serious about fighting the war. We took rockets.
Really?
So don't even. I'm not a hero. Want to get that across right off the bat.
All right. You're a hero in the movies, though.
I got hurt.
You are inspiring.
I got hurt getting in the bunker, guys.
You're killing us by telling us this stuff.
No, it's fine.
I know you love this vision of Audie Murphy charging up the hill, but doesn't work. So we'll just keep it down to earth today.
I hate seeing Superman without his cape. You're like the manliest man. I don't want to hear this crap.
Well, I'm a famous drill instructor is what I am. And that's what I did most of my time in the Marine Corps was I taught people things. And I was an instructor, and I was a very good instructor. And that's what I like to draw from when I do film.
How'd you get to make the transition into movies? Somebody must have seen you and thought, oh my God, this guy's the definitive drill instructor.
See, you make it sound real goddamn simple. See, the deal is here is if you decide this is something you want to do, you have to make sure that you're seen. Number one, you just don't accidentally get seen around here.
No.
So there you go. But anyway, we made it happen.
How do you get seen? You stand out on the corner. You are a disgusting fat body. You know, what do you do?
No, we were doing Vietnam. They started doing Vietnam War shows in the Philippines, and I just happened to be there, and so I started doing technical advice. So I kind of had my foot in the door.
What is a Vietnam War show?
A movie.
Oh, they were doing a movie in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And you got your foot in the door.
After I was retired.
Okay.
I was single, so I said, hell, I'm not really too happy about hanging around here.
You went to the Philippines to find a bride.
I actually went to the Philippines to party.
Yeah.
And I had to make money while I was partying so that I could party. Although I was retired from the Marine Corps, so I was getting a small check.
You get one taste of those women over there, and the American women just don't cut it anymore. Is that it?
Well, you know how it is. I just everybody has their little style of women.
Me so honey, you like it?
I had to have one with a flat head and a butt that sticks out of it. So I could put the ashtray on her head and rest my beer on her butt.
I like it.
You're the greatest man alive.
See? I mean, I wasn't particular. It could have been just any race.
Right.
I decided I'd start looking in the Philippines.
Can I ask a question? What I've wanted, because the dialogue was so brilliant in Full Metal Jacket. How much of that did you add, or how much did Kubrick and the writers put in?
When I got there, the first half of that film stunk. Trust me.
Really? Modest.
And I told Stanley, when Stanley called me on the phone, I told him, Stanley, he asked me, he says, have you read The Short Timers, Gustav Hasford's novel, The Short Timers? I'm basing a film on that, and what do you think of the book? And I said, well, it's funny, Stanley, but it's just laced with fictitious bull crap.
Right.
And Stanley, right away, I had Stanley's attention. And so I came over, and he and I sat down and actually rewrote the first half of the show.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Too bad you didn't rewrite the second half of the movie.
Well, you know, it's like it just loses its momentum after you leave boot camp, because boot camp is really a tough act to follow. Let's face it, guys.
You should have been out there in the field just giving them hell.
The whole movie was you. It was all, you know, that's like porno for guys watching Full Metal Jacket. The first half is phenomenal.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know. Is that a compliment?
Yes.
Questionable, you know.
I'm totally straight.
I did do a show. I am getting a few little remarks, because I did do a show earlier that was released earlier this year called Saving Silverman, where I kissed Jack Black.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. We had Jack in here yesterday.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah. How does it kiss?
Very kissable, isn't he? He's a cute little guy. You know, when they told me I was going to kiss Jack Black, I said, you know, I couldn't think of anybody I'd rather kiss.
Really?
I had done a show with Jack Black with Sean Penn. It was called Dead Man Walking, right?
Yeah.
And Jack Black was one of Sean Penn's brothers in Dead Man Walking.
Mm-hmm. Did you put him on his knees and make him choke himself?
No. As a matter of fact, I played the role of a homicidal gay high school football coach in this show.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So, you see, it was a very good comedy, I thought. Very slapstick. It was like Three Stooges comedy.
Did you slip him the tongue?
Oh, no. No tongue, no wet. No.
That's good.
No benefits, no extras, no ups, no downs. It's like I told him, if I feel anything stiffening up, it's over with, buddy. So anyway, Jack and I really got along great.
Hard on.
How many people do that? Just come up to you and start quoting your lines from movies?
You know, every guy in America knows them. I can't go out anymore without being, you know, everybody knows me.
Sure.
And but my guys are all my fans. The people that like what I do are all gentlemen.
Yeah.
You see, they come up and introduce themselves, and then they excuse themselves after they make a comment or say hello. And so that makes it, life is still enjoyable. Nobody wants a lock of my hair.
No, huh? They're not, mugging you on the street. What do you think of this whole situation? What's your take on this military action we're engaged in?
The World Trade Center needs to be... there needs to be retaliation, and you know, I've been sitting here watching the terrorists grow and grow from the old days back in Gaddafi, all the way up to what it is now. And these terrorists have grown leaps and bounds. And if we don't stop them here, we're not going to be able to stop them.
God damn it!
The thing that worries me most about this situation is if it becomes a holy war, then it is a problem. So we had best watch our public relations, and we had best treat those people properly over there, and go in and win the hearts and minds of the people. We're feeding them. We're trying to feed the good people, and we're trying to be very surgical about when we hit the country, and we're trying desperately not to hurt anybody that is not Taliban.
Jesus H. Christ. Coming from you, that's fantastic.
You got anything left in your voice to give us a little something there?
I've always got something.
Yeah, can you, work in...
Would you like the first scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got to close the door here. Okay, here it comes. You ready?
All right.
And then I have to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. I've got a interactive video that I'm dying to talk about.
Hell yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Sir.
Here it goes. I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. I am your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. The first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that? You've got a pair.
Sir, yes, sir!
If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, there will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are scumbags. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human. See, it gets dirty.
God damn. I got the chills, my friend.
Boy, that guy yelling at you. Isn't that great?
Oh, all right.
I love it.
Poetry.
What do you got there?
Now, see, I'm all worn out.
Are you going to pass out?
Well, I'm a non-smoker, and I hump the golf course every morning carrying my bag. I'm actually in pretty good shape, guys. I went down, the commanding officer over at 3rd Lad Battalion up at Camp Pendleton called me and asked me if I'd come down and go on a 6-mile night march with him and the troops, motivate them. And I thought, oh, boy, these guys are going to walk my butt off.
Right.
Actually, I led off, and they were huffing and puffing by the time I got them back up the hills of camp.
Could you imagine, though? You turn around, and it's him?
And there he is.
Oh, my God. The guys must have been very happy.
Well, once we got because I just had a drink of coffee, but once we got back up on the hill, we then bivouacked, and guess what? There was about 5 kegs of beer up there on that hill.
Oh, nice.
We took possession of it, and we made sure that it was well taken care of for the rest of the evening.
Fantastic.
You're right.
And they call that Warrior Night. And it's something that their commanding officer, who is now a dear friend of mine, came up with, and boy, is it a great motivator.
I bet. Now, what do you got working on you wanted to talk about?
Okay, here's the deal. Last year, Simon & Schuster approached me, actually earlier this year, Simon & Schuster approached me with a video game they asked me if I would narrate and do. Well, I don't generally do video games. I'm an actor.
Right.
And so I was a bit hesitant. They sent me a script. I read this script, and I got to tell you people, this is the greatest video game. My son just loves this video. He said, Dad, this is the coolest. My son knows video games.
Hey, wait a second. John Madden here, and great video games are great. And You do have a great video game.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. We need to let people know this is it's called Real War.
Real War.
And people need to, folks, if they're gamers, they need to get out and get this.
You know, I know about this one.
Have you tried it? Have you played it?
I just got it. I know it was actually a training device for the Joint Chiefs.
Yes.
It was adapted from that, and very entertaining.
This is the most realistic video game I've ever seen.
Well, they use my game in the NFL.
These guys, yeah. These guys, I mean, the gamers can, they've got all kinds of helicopters and tanks and everything at their disposal.
You wage war, yeah.
4 of them can wage war on the internet. 4 players.
And you're yelling and screaming throughout the whole game, or what?
No, I'm just telling them how to win.
Gives
If they
a little
listen to me,
motivation.
they might just have a chance of winning.
Cool.
Gives the people a little motivation.
Yeah, there you go, motivating.
Nothing beats a quote like, boom, that guy looks like he got hit by a freight train.
Yeah, the old drill instructor breaks it down basically and says, okay, here's what you're dealing with.
Right.
And here's what you got to work with. So, it's a great video.
Yeah.
And they had to tell me that wasn't actually a helicopter
Really?
at the opening of it, because I would have sworn it was a helicopter.
They're getting amazing with the graphics.
They're getting totally amazing.
Real
So
war.
anyway, if folks want to check this thing out, look at, there's a website. It's called www.real-war.com.
All right.
Sir, I have an important
I
question
thought he was
for
going to
you.
pull a Buddy Epson on us. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Do you think that Sergeant Hulka was a pussy?
Sergeant who?
Hulka.
See? Sergeant
Exactly.
Who in the hell was Sergeant Hulka?
Stripes.
From Stripes.
Don't know him.
See?
Oh, no, I do now. I do know who you're talking about now.
Here's a guy who thought about it and came up with an answer.
No, I know who you're talking about. It's a black guy, right?
No, that was Gossett from Officer and Gentleman.
No. This you're talking
Sorry,
about
sir.
the Sarge.
Sergeant Hulka is a white guy
He was a white guy.
from the movie Stripes and Bill
Well,
Murray.
then I wasn't impressed.
Black guys, up the white guys.
I obviously wasn't impressed by him.
Good. Yeah, see? He didn't do it. Didn't do it for him.
Jack Webb did it.
Yeah.
Jack Webb.
Do you ever have girls that want to just sleep with you because of how you were in that film?
No, I told you they don't want a lock of my hair. I don't have a problem with that.
He just goes to the Philippines or somewhere.
It does trouble me. I'd like to have that sometimes. I think that could be fun once in a while,
Do you know if you came here at the studio, we would definitely have a girl for you.
Well,
I'd bring a relative if I had to.
Geez, guys, you're going to have to come on live sometime.
Yeah, where are you right now?
We are having a great time, aren't we?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
You guys are all the way in New York City. That's the problem.
New York City.
New York.
Where are you? Where are you now?
I'd like to come to New York City just to make a damn statement, to tell you the truth.
Well, come on by.
You come on by. We will hang with you.
Okay, you guys, you've got my website,
Yeah.
HarleyErmy.com, right?
Oh, yeah, I got it up there right now.
Have you ever looked it over?
Yes.
Have you read what I wrote about the war yet?
Yes, you have your State of the Union address, your solution to end hijackings.
Okay, come on, take shots at me on the solution to hijacking. What's wrong with it?
It's a little weird with the Filipino chicks involved, but
You can't do it without Filipino chicks.
You like the no curbside check-in? No
Huh?
curbside bag check-in, things like that?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm not bothered by that. I just think I don't think it's really necessary.
yeah.
Right. What's your solution?
Well, I'll give you a brief synopsis of my solution.
Brief
but,
is not in this guy's vocabulary.
if somebody wants to really see what the solution is, they need to go to the website and read it, because I can't explain it as well as I can sit down and write it. But what we need to do is they're already fortifying the doors.
Absolutely.
And why don't they just move that wall back about 3 feet so that the starboard, bulkhead back about 3 feet so that starboard head will be in the cockpit?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, what the hell's the use of having a damn door that's barred if you have to go outside into the cabin to take it you know.
A leak.
Yes. So, you know, we need that head inside that forward head inside that wall. That's all, couple of feet.
Do you think that head should be so clean the Virgin Mary herself would be proud to go in there and take a dump?
I do believe it should be kept sparkling clean. So that one would be proud to eat off of the floor in that head.
Jeez. Private Joker, why is this terrorist in my head?
Why aren't you taking his turban out?
Anyway, that's one of the part one of the solution, and part two is must cut off all communications from the cabin to the from the cabin to the cockpit.
Right, sure.
And that way, if there is no negotiations, if there is no contact, if the terrorist can't talk to the people operating the airplane, how in the hell can he use it as a weapon? How can he use it to even take him any damn place? So what's the use in even hijacking it in the first place? Might as well hijack a Greyhound bus, right?
And it's a surprise to the pilots when they land and open the door to see if everyone's dead or alive.
Well, you know, when what they do is they go straight down to the ground. As soon as that red light comes on in the cockpit, that there's a big problem. Back and back, right away, the control tower says, flight number 00, this is Denver. I have you on radar. Take a heading of such and such, and start your descent into Denver Airport.
Okay, Control, I will, but you sure sound like that guy from Full Metal Jacket.
But fine fault. I mean, come on. Somebody says, well, what if there's a guy having a heart attack?
Right.
Well, he's going to receive medical help. The thing is, as soon as the red light goes in the cockpit, the bells go off and ambulances are scrambled, fire trucks are scrambled, the law enforcement are scrambled to a runway that is way to hell and gone out someplace where if the plane blows up, it's not going to blow up the terminal.
See, he's thinking
now,
of the good of the
deal is, if you lose control of that airplane and the terrorist takes control of it, the F-16s are going to blow you out of the sky anyway.
Yes. God damn.
So what do you think?
Little air support. I like that.
So, what do you think? What do you like about the Filipino chicks?
The flat head and the asses.
I told you, the flat head.
That's about it, though, huh?
The butt that protrudes. You got to have a place to put your beer.
Hey, a lot of people are asking if you could give us one. What's your major malfunction? Just one, a little taste.
What in the hell is your major malfunction, Private Opie? Why aren't you over there fighting this war?
Because I'm a pussy, sir.
Toe jam, clip him.
You know, that's another thing.
Yeah.
As soon as this situation started happening here, I volunteered to go back in uniform. Now, you can just imagine me, 57 years old, out there on the battlefield. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I could at least go in uniform and go keep the troops motivated.
Keep them motivated.
Yeah, certainly do that.
You know, just travel around and motivate the troops. That's what I do. I motivate. So why not? By the way, talking about motivate. This brings me around to the...
Here's a guy who's got some great segues.
I have a doll. I have a action figure, and I call it a 12-inch MF.
Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier.
Yeah, this is amazing. It looks like you. It's very movable. You can put it in all kinds of poses, like choke yourself. You know, you could get the Ken doll, who's a pussy from Barbie, and you could have him choke himself on your hand.
Well, you know, the deal is, he is 12 inches tall, and he can play with Ken and Barbie. And who in the hell do you think down at poolside would be in charge? Can it be doing push-ups all the time? Can it be a gopher? And what the hell? Oh, my, I wouldn't even like to think what he might be doing with Barbie.
Are they going to come with different, like, uniform changes, like a little shorts and skivvies, like a little set, like when you ran into the bathroom with the hat and your underwear?
Good night, ladies.
Exactly.
They are
shoving a mouth.
They are actually talking about some uniform changes.
Oh, this is great.
Hey, have you heard the prank calls that are all over the internet?
I haven't. Aren't they disgusting?
You have heard them?
I've heard him. My manager called me up the other day and played some for me. I said, you know,
all right.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there saying, that is really, you know, there are rude people in this world that are just so totally rude.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
You're talking to a few.
Damn it.
We love
Now, you're not that rude.
We love those things, man.
Yeah, but you love them, of course, but you're not doing them.
No.
I mean, you wouldn't do them. It takes a rude, nasty, evil individual to do things like that.
We don't do stuff like that. You know what would be fun? You could just call people up from your house and do them.
You're the kind of guys who on Halloween would light the bag of poop on fire.
Right.
On the doorstep.
And it's good, clean fun.
But that's just a good joke, yeah.
And occasionally we like to egg a house.
Well, nothing wrong with egg in a house.
Just for a laugh.
I mean, it comes off.
Right.
After 2-3 snows, you'd never even know that house been egged.
How did we get here? I don't know. All right, we're going to let you go, sir. You got to get here to New York and come on our show.
Okay, you got it. You know what I'm doing right now?
Sergeant Segway, go ahead.
I'm sitting here with 400 Gunnery Sergeant Lee Ermey action figures in front of me, signing these boxes, and sending them out to my fans, my buddies, the guys that buy them on the website.
Well, send us one, sir.
I thought we sent you one.
Well, you want the one that's signed.
Pardon me?
We want a signed one, sir.
Oh, you want a signed one?
Of course.
Oh, well, all right then. We'll have a talk about that.
John Madden, what about your action figure?
Hey, my action figure, you pull a string and he doesn't say half as much as this guy.
I thought you were going to say you pull his finger.
Hey, that would have been a better line. Maybe you'll be my writer, Sergeant.
You never know.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sergeant, thank you so much.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to our next encounter.
You're the greatest man alive, sir.
Joust away, my friend.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Semper
Fi.
Semper Fi. Hoorah. Nice.
Hoorah.
Isn't he great?
Oh, my God.
What a classic.
I thought he was going to pull a Buddy Epson a few times during that.
Can you guys explain what that is to the old Frankster?
Buddy Epson?
Yeah.
All right, get the Buddy Epson clip. Now we got to get the Buddy Epson clip. We love playing this for new people that have never heard this. Now, we don't even have to explain. We'll just play it. Arlie Ermey is great. But you got to understand, that movie, when did it come out?
86.
86. Few more years have gone by. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything. Guy's only 57 years old. But there's he seems to wander a bit.
The action figure is the most... It doesn't make sense. It says rated R, not for children. Then it says for children over 3 on it. And then it says ages 12 and up. So who's that
rated R?
Who's that for? I don't even know who it's for. Isn't it 12-year-old? Don't put it in small parts. Here's a guy who's not too sure about his body. My dear sweet heaven.
All right, so we had Buddy Epson on. I think he's 102 now.
Right.
And
he's still alive?
Yeah. Yeah, and we asked him to sing the theme song of the Beverly Hills. Unfortunately, he tried. We had no clue that that was going to confuse him. And it made for a very awkward moment on this radio show. You would think Uncle Jed would know the words to the song. Everyone knows the words. So when he was doing the first scene from Full Metal Jacket, it looked like he was going to pull a Buddy Epson on.
Right, I got you.
Forget the dialogue and stuff, but he made it through. Perfect. Here's the clip of Buddy Epson. Listen to this, Frank.
Come and listen to the story about a man named Jan, poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. And that's the way. And then one day, he never. I'm still writing it. Then people. I'm sorry.
Oh, God, that's brutal. The I'm sorry just goes right through. Do you have time for the Well Doggies? Do you have those up? I don't know if I have mine. Damn. Which one is mine? The first one?
Oh, my gosh.
You got the first one? All right. I think I have the last one, right? There's 3, though. I have the second one? It's really bad. Explain to Frank as we set up the Well Dog. We had spoken. We've known him for years.
Okay.
Since our Boston days. Yeah, and the first time we talked to him, we had him do the, Well Doggies. That whole thing he used to go. Yeah, and he did it, and it sounded just like it did on the show. Right. It was perfect. And then the 2 other times we've had him on, the second time it was getting bad. The third time, something happened to the man.
The degeneration of Jed Clampett.
Yeah. So we got the so I have the first and the third?
This is the first and the third.
All right, I got the first one. This is when he was, honestly, I think he's like 90, oh, God, we used to know all this. He's crazy. This is when he was about 88 or so.
Yeah, okay.
All right, or 90.
Well, doggy.
Nice,
See?
right?
That's good.
Sweet,
Okay.
that's tasty.
A couple of years went by, and we're like, hey, let's check in with Buddy Epson.
And we asked him to do it. And, here's what he said. Now, we were thinking perhaps he just had a cold back.
Get some more air in the diaphragm.
We go from the nice, smooth, well doggy to this one.
Doggy.
But perhaps he was sick that day.
And then another year went by, and I hope you're holding on to something here.
Doggy.
What happened?
It's going to get to the point where he says,
Where dogs are just tilting their heads with their ears up. You don't hear a thing.
So, Frank, once again, this is about 5-6 years ago.
Doggy.
Nice.
Nice, right? And here is the second time.
Doggy.
Ouch. And only a few months ago.
Doggy.
Sounds like a tractor trailer locking them up on a highway. Doggies.
All right, we got to play a Sergeant Hartman crank call.
Do we have we got one more, Buddy Epson?
Doggies.
Doggies. All right, here's the 7-Eleven prank. Using clips from Full Metal Jacket.
Hello.
What's your name, scumbag?
My name is Jeet.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Ah.
Do you suck?
What?
Do you suck?
Yeah.
I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Terry, Mari, brother. Talk to like on this phone, man. What you doing, man?
You won't scare me.
Hello?
What's your name, scumbag?
Raj?
Well, no.
Come on, sir. Talk to like on this seriously. Hello?
Yourself, or I will unscrew your head and on your neck.
What
You think I'm cute? Do you think I'm funny?
Who?
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and my sister.
Your sister.
Oh, you little maggot! You make me want to vomit! Ah! Are you about to call me an ass?
Who are you?
Gomer Pyle!
Huh?
Gomer Pyle!
I don't understand. Who are you?
Gomer Pyle!
Huh? Who are you?
No,
I'm not sir. Who are you?
you had best yourself, or I will unscrew your head and on your neck!
Anytime, okay? Come on the store.
Ah! 1, 2, 3!
Bye.
Gregorio!
Antonio!
Amy.